around this time, it's difficult planning your future. It's exciting, but it's difficult. You want all these great things in the world. You want all these great things for yourself, for your family, for the ones around you. But you don't know how to get it. Hello and welcome. My name is Jon Scharinger. I am the Change Operative, and welcome to November, which is the second month in our season of Your Harvest. The season of Your Harvest, in which we're talking about not bringing the old into the new. And in this video, the one you're watching right now, holding space for the unknown. Now that might sound weird, holding space for something that you don't know about, for the unknown. But that's exactly what we need to do and what you need to do when you're looking at planning your future. And that's what we're trying to get through within this month. So if you checked out my previous videos, you've understood what we're doing in November. We got rid of the old, right? Kind of like how November is told. We're getting rid of the old to make room for the new. And the reason we're doing that is because we want that void. We want that empty cup so that in the new year, in 2023, we can fill it up with some good shit, with some good stuff, the things that we want, the people that we want, the jobs, the relationships, the money, the possessions, you name it. But we need that void to start out with. So that's why we are holding space for the unknown. Beginning of November, we've talked about getting rid of all the stuff that we don't want. All the stuff that doesn't serve us. All the people that don't serve us, that are actually holding us back. Now, a couple weeks into November, here we sit. We need to hold space for the unknown. And within this week, the videos that I'm talking about, I'm going to show them here. Monday, we talked about it's okay not to know everything. Tuesday, today, what is it you want? I really like that one because we're not talking about granularly what you want. We're talking about overarching the whole length of your life from now till the very end, wherever that may be. What is it you want? Tomorrow we're talking about creating healthy boundaries, in which what we need in all of our relationships are healthy boundaries. Thursday we're going to talk about continuing to push out what you don't want. So we know that we're going to be getting hit back with the people that we've tried to get out of our lives. The habits, the mindsets, all the stuff that we tried to get rid of and we're working to get rid of, they're going to come back. It's going to happen. So we need to continually push that out and keep it out of our lives. It's not just a one and done thing. We got to continually do it so we can leave that room for the good stuff that we want. And to end the week, we need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, my wife always makes fun of me saying uncomfortable because I enunciate every letter. But being uncomfortable is what's needed in life. The moment you're comfortable, and I talk about it in the video for Friday, the moment we're complacent, that means we're not changing. And if we're not changing, we're not being uncomfortable. We're being comfortable. And that's the problem. Now you can be content, and that's the goal, is being content, but not being complacent. It's hard to differentiate some of those words every now and again. But being content means you love where your life is at, but you know full well that you need to change, that life is going to change every day. So you know that you need to go and do things that make you uncomfortable. You need to stretch yourself. You need to go just a little bit outside that box so that you can live the life that others dream of. And that's what we're talking about this week. And that's what this video is based upon, is you don't know what's going to happen in your future. You can plan, you can scheme, you can do everything you want to do, but you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in my future. I know what I'm planning for. I know what I want to have happen in my future, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen, no matter how hard I try and what I do. Whether I do things legally or illegally, it doesn't mean I'm going to get what I want. But at least it puts us in a direction to be able to have that stuff come into our lives. If you go into the future with a full cup, you have nothing more to bring in. So that means you need to go into this not filling your cup. That's why the beginning of November, that's why I've talked about in the previous months, in the previous seasons, that you need an empty cup or not completely full. Because you can't bring that old stuff into the new era, the new you. You can't bring the old mindsets, the old habits, the old friends. And I know that's a hard one for a lot of you, understanding that there are people in your lives that have done good and have been good. But that might be the end of them. Now, I'm not saying everyone in your life needs to come into your life and offer you something and benefit your lives in a grandiose way. But there are people that you will keep in your life that give you what you need to help you be the person you want to be in the future. 5, 10, 15, 50 years down the road. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And that's the question I posed to you on the Tuesday video. What is it you want in your life? Not just tomorrow, not just a year from now, but when you look into the future of the person you want to be, the things you want, the people you want around you, what is it you want? No, it's not a granular thing. It's the umbrella aspect of it. Now, I talked about relationships in the Tuesday video, and you may want a very intimate, loving relationship. But what does that mean? What do you want? Well, John, I want a loving relationship. But what does that mean? What do you want? What type of relationship do you want? Not the person, the relationship in and of itself. Do you want it to have healthy boundaries or not? Or do you like arguing with your spouse, your loved one, your significant other every day? Do you like waking up in the morning not being able to trust the person you're with? Or going throughout the day not sure if they're going to act in your best interest? Do you want a long-lasting relationship that's full of love and inspiration and joy and happiness and adventure? See, these are the things we need to know before we can actually make the plans to get what we really want. And that's in December. Making those plans is in December. We're not worried about those granular plans. We're worried about what do we want in totality. How do we want this relationship with this amazing person to be? And that's with every aspect of your life. Your job, your career, the possessions you have, your home, where you live, everything, your environment, your society, your friends, everything. Physical, emotional, spiritual. How do you want it to be? Now, you might already be thinking, John, that's a lot. That's a lot to think about. That's a lot to act on. Well, yeah, it is. This is one life you get to live. Whether there is reincarnation after this or not, that's beyond me to know or find out, but you are living this one life. How do you want to live it? How do you want to live it? Think about that. When you go through this week, when you go through the coming months, when you join me in December to create the goals, to create the action plans to help us in the next year to create a better you, to have a healthier, happier, and a more joy-filled future, because I think that's all what we're aiming for. Don't you?